Imagine a world where information is like a persistent ghost, haunting our digital existence, refusing to be erased. Welcome, dear friends, to our journey into the paradox of information, a journey that promises to be as intriguing as it is unsettling. In this brave new world of ours, we find ourselves submerged in a torrent of data. Emails, social media posts, financial records, personal photos, all these and more form a digital tapestry that is as complex as it is vibrant. This tapestry, woven from the threads of our lives, is as much a part of us as our very flesh and blood. But as with all things, there's a flip side. This blessing of information, this empowerment through knowledge and connectivity, has its own set of challenges. And these challenges? They're not something to be swept under the rug. They're real, they're present, and they're staring us right in the face. Take a moment and consider this. Our digital realm is far from being a safe haven. It's more akin to a battlefield, where shadowy figures lurk around every corner. These cyber predators, armed with malicious intent, are always on the hunt for vulnerabilities to exploit, for data to steal. And what about when we decide to part ways with certain pieces of information? When we decide to hit that delete button and wipe away those digital footprints? That's where the plot thickens. Because deletion, my friends, isn't as straightforward as it seems. When we delete a file, it doesn't just vanish into thin air. More often than not, it retreats into the hidden crevices of our devices, biding its time until it can be resurrected. And all it takes to bring it back from the dead are a few forensic tools and data recovery methods. This brings us to the crux of the matter, the paradox of information. On one hand, it empowers us, enriches us, connects us. On the other, it poses significant challenges to our privacy and security, challenges that we need to face head-on. Information has become both a blessing and a curse, empowering us with knowledge and connectivity while posing significant challenges when it comes to privacy and security. Deleting data seems like a simple task. Just press a button and poof, it's gone. But the reality is far more complex. The truth is, when we hit delete, we're not actually erasing the data. We're simply telling our device that the space the data occupies is now available for reuse. Until that space is overwritten, the original data remains, hidden in the shadows of our hard drives, a ghost in our machines. Think of your computer's storage as a vast library. When you delete a file, it's like removing the book from the library catalog. The book is still there on the shelf, but the library doesn't know it. And just as a keen-eyed visitor might still stumble upon that unlisted book, so too can data recovery tools locate and resurrect deleted files. Let's hear from a forensic investigator who spends his days exploring these digital shadows. Deleting data is not as straightforward as people think, he tells us. Even when you empty the recycle bin or format a drive, traces of information can still be found with the right tools and expertise. But what about when we want to make sure our data is truly gone? Perhaps we're selling our old computer, or maybe we're just conscious of our digital footprint. In these cases, we might turn to more thorough methods of deletion, like secure erase options or data shredding software, which overwrite our data several times to make it harder to recover. Yet even these methods aren't foolproof. As our forensic expert explains, with enough time and resources, it's often possible to piece together data that's been overwritten. It's like trying to read a letter that's been written over. It can be difficult, but it's not impossible. So what's the takeaway here? Even when you empty the recycle bin or format a drive, traces of information can still be found with the right tools and expertise. It seems that in the digital world, nothing is ever truly forgotten. Deletion is less an eraser and more a mirage. Some resort to extreme measures, like physically destroying their devices in a desperate attempt to erase data. But even this may not guarantee complete destruction. Imagine the frustration, the sheer desperation that drives someone to take a hammer to their own computer or smartphone. The desire for a clean slate, for a memory wiped clean, is a powerful force. But is it a futile effort? Let's delve into the world of extreme measures. We've all heard the stories, right? Tossing a laptop into a lake, running a hard drive over with a car, even setting a device ablaze. These are not mere tales of digital drama, but actual steps taken by people who found themselves cornered by the relentless persistence of data. But why go to such lengths? The answer lies in the deceptive nature of deletion. As we've discussed before, when you delete a file, it doesn't just disappear. It hides, lurking in the shadows of your device's memory, waiting for a chance to resurface. And this is where the extreme measures come in. You see, when you physically destroy a device, you're not just getting rid of the hardware, you're also obliterating the software, the operating system, and the data that resides within. Or so you'd think. But here's the twist. Data recovery is like piecing together a puzzle, says a leading data recovery specialist. Even if a device is damaged, we can often retrieve fragments of information from its remains. Imagine that. Even a shattered hard drive can reveal its secrets, given the right tools and expertise. A burnt smartphone can still whisper fragments of conversations. The ghost of information, it seems, is not so easily exorcised. So what does this mean for our quest for deletion? For our desire to control the narrative of our digital lives? It means that we need to be vigilant, to be mindful of the data we create and share. And it means that we need to question our understanding of deletion, to challenge the illusion of control that it offers. Because at the end of the day, data recovery is like piecing together a puzzle. Even if a device is damaged, we can often retrieve fragments of information from its remains. Remember, in the digital realm, nothing is ever truly forgotten. The resilience of data raises profound questions about the nature of information. Can it truly be destroyed, or does it exist indefinitely, leaving a digital footprint that echoes throughout eternity? Let's delve into the philosophical aspects of this. The persistence of data suggests a fascinating concept, the immortality of information. Once created, does information, in essence, live forever? Consider ancient civilizations, their stories preserved in the form of hieroglyphics, manuscripts, and sculptures. Despite the passage of millennia, these pieces of information continue to exist, narrating tales of a time long past. In the same vein, does our digital information have the potential to endure, to outlive us, to echo into the far reaches of the future? This thought brings us to an interesting intersection of philosophy and information theory. Philosophers have long pondered the nature of existence. If we apply these contemplations to information, we find ourselves asking, is information bound by the material world, or does it transcend it? Think about it. When we speak, our words propagate through the air as sound waves, a physical manifestation of information. But once those words reach another person, they're interpreted, understood, and stored as memories, a process that seems to defy physicality. Similarly, digital information, although stored on physical devices, isn't strictly material. It's a series of ones and zeros, a code that, when interpreted, forms images, text, sounds, all forms of information that our minds can understand. This suggests that information, in its essence, might not be bound by the physical world. This idea of information transcending physicality isn't just philosophical musing. It's a concept that has implications in fields as diverse as quantum physics to computer science. It's a thread that weaves through our understanding of the universe, hinting at a deeper layer of reality. So, what if information is indeed eternal, living in a realm beyond our material comprehension? What if every bit of data we've ever created, every thought, every word, every interaction, continues to exist somewhere, somehow? Information is not bound by the constraints of time and space. It exists in a realm beyond our comprehension, transcending physicality and permeating the fabric of reality. The implications of this are profound, challenging us to rethink our understanding of the world and our place within it. If information is indeed eternal, what does that mean for our privacy and autonomy? Are we forever tethered to our digital footprints, unable to escape the shadows of our past? This is not just a philosophical conundrum, but a very real issue in our digital age. Every text, every email, every post, every photo, and every transaction leaves a digital footprint. These footprints, once imprinted into the fabric of the digital realm, seem to be indelible, echoing throughout the eternity of cyberspace. Our digital footprints paint a detailed picture of who we are, what we do, and even what we think. They can reveal our interests, our habits, our relationships, and our deepest secrets. This treasure trove of personal information is a goldmine for advertisers, corporations, and even malicious actors who might use it for nefarious purposes. Consider this. Every time you browse the internet, your activity is tracked, recorded, and stored. These digital breadcrumbs can be pieced together to create a comprehensive profile of you, often without your knowledge or consent. This is not just an invasion of privacy, but a potential threat to our autonomy. The paradox of information, its eternal nature, and the illusion of deletion poses significant challenges. It forces us to question the very nature of privacy in the digital age. Can we truly have privacy when our every digital action is recorded and preserved? Can we exercise our autonomy when our digital footprints can be used to manipulate our behaviors and decisions? These questions are not just rhetorical, but pressing issues that we must confront. We need to rethink our relationship with data and consider the implications of our digital actions. We need to be more mindful about the information we share, more vigilant about the data we generate, and more proactive in protecting our digital footprints. In a world where deletion is an illusion and forgetting is a luxury, we must tread carefully, mindful of the enduring presence of information in our lives. As we navigate this digital realm, let's remember that our footprints, though invisible, are nonetheless lasting, and they will continue to echo long after we've logged off.